There is an extremely uncomfortable, almost unspoken reality that every healer, empath, and awakening soul eventually runs into. The stronger your personal growth, the more the shadow in others will conspire against you. And no, this is not because you are attracting it. For those of us sensitives, there is an automatic reflex to blame yourself whenever someone reacts to your growth with hostility, bullying, or passive-aggressive resistance. We tend to take it personally, to feel like it's our responsibility to clear the path for others around us to be more comfortable. The resistance you encounter from family, friends, or old communities isn't a sign of energetic failure. It is a sign of your strength. It is an indication that you hold something of rare value, a frequency of clarity that they want but cannot currently access within themselves. The energetic mechanism of the trigger. When you begin to do honest inner work and clear the center of your head, start working with energy intentionally, and really start to get proficient with creating and destroying. With energy, your aura undergoes a fundamental structural shift. You stop accommodating the unwritten rules of the Mitwelt, the socialized crowd, to keep everyone comfortable. You transition from being crowd-referenced to being self-referencing. But here is the catch. Your integration creates an immediate energetic friction with the environment around you. The Jungian scholar Marie-Louise von France spent her life mapping how the collective unconscious operates, noting that when an individual integrates their own inner space, they inadvertently become a mirror for everyone else's unexamined junk. Your clarity shines a glaring spotlight on the dark, messy corners of their space. Instead of being inspired by your light to face their own darkness, the default defense mechanism of the crowd is to try and extinguish the irritant. They want to pull you back into your own shadow so they can feel safe and comfortable again. After all, this is the you they know, that they are comfortable with, that allowed them to be in relationship to you in a specific way. You changing means they might have to change as well. This is what Irving Layton meant when he warned that the unsocialized soul inevitably offends the ordinary. It is a mechanical, predictable collision between your newly claimed autonomy and a repressed, static reality. In her masterwork, Psychic Self-Defense, the practical occultist Dion Fortune wrote extensively about this exact phenomenon. She noted that a changing aura causes an atmospheric disruption in rigid family systems or social containers. When you step out of a generational energy, start blowing up hierarchy pictures and dynamics, you break the collective timeline. The crowd doesn't turn against you because you are doing something wrong. They turn against you because you refuse to keep playing an authentic role in their matrix of compliance. Making peace with the friction, it seems unfair because it is unfair. Here you are, doing the heavy lifting, clearing the karma, and reclaiming your right to be, yet you are the one facing the pushback. But as any seasoned cycle breaker knows, you cannot control how others respond to your light. In the brilliant psychological framework of Ichiro Kashimi's Adlerian approach, other people's reactions to your truth are their spiritual tasks, not yours. Your only assignment is to hold your seniority, trust your own perspective, and refuse to give in to self-doubt. It is unfair, and it is unjust, but it is exactly how the physics of consciousness operate. The quicker you make peace with this friction, find a way to not take it personally, allow yourself to grieve the relationships that can't come with you, and trust your own path, the more deeply rooted in your true autonomy you become. Reading topics. The projection audit pair up with a reading partner this week, book a session with William, or your psychic of choice, and use these prompts to isolate foreign shadow energy from your personal field of awareness. You know how in a reading you never know what to ask? Here you go. The blueprint of the trigger. Look at your third and sixth chakras. Identify a specific relationship where their light has triggered someone else's shadow. What color or texture is that foreign energy? The doubt tape. Scan the center of your head. Look for any inherited toxic slogans whispering that they attracted this bad behavior or that they are being unspiritual by standing their ground. Healing focus. Give the readee a healing on their outer aura lines. Use the tools to systematically dismantle and blow the pictures of other people's discomfort, expectations, and projections. Clear the space until only the reedy's pristine Eigenwelt remains. One small step, dropping the mirror, the next time someone projects their unexamined anger, insecurity, or judgment onto you for standing in your truth. Drop your anchor. Ground your first chakra firmly into the center of the planet, letting any emotional debris or projectiles from the other person drain out immediately. Create and destroy. Use container roses to collect up the energy, move it far away and discharge it so you don't have to take it on and enmesh you. 3. Locate the boundary. Formulate a clean, energetic perimeter around your space. Use separation roses to delineate what you're willing to be responsible for. 4. Return to sender. Mentally acknowledge the projection without absorbing it. Say to yourself, that belongs to them. I am under no obligation to hold a mirror for their shadow. Notice what clears. You don't have to fix their discomfort to justify your existence. Journaling prompts for deep integration, the cycle breaker audit. Where in your life are you currently diluting your light, explaining yourself, or doubting your value just to keep a family member or peer from feeling uncomfortable? Dismantling the formula. Write down any areas where you have weaponized the law of attraction against yourself, blaming your own vibration for another person's choice to react with hostility. The grief of becoming rooted. Reclaiming your sovereignty requires allowing yourself to grieve the connections that sour when you choose to change. What or who do you need to mourn and let go of so that you can become fully rooted in your own spiritual authority? From insight to integration, a blog post can spark a revelation, but a practice builds a life. Information without practical application is just nice ideas and doesn't create meaningful growth and change. If the concepts of energetic anatomy, self-remembering, and dynamic boundaries resonate with you, let's take them off the screen and into your daily routine. Join a study group to access the complete library of tools, meditations, and techniques designed to help you run your own energy with absolute precision. Click here to learn more about upcoming study groups. For over 25 years, I have been driven by a single, uncompromising objective: to strip the illusion out of the unseen world and hand total energetic autonomy back to the individual. My work, both in high-fidelity private sessions and study groups, is to help build your own psychic capacity to interface with your lived experience cleanly, autonomously, and without dogma, using your inherent spiritual and intuitive gifts. Book a session.